Try to see if that'll work. Yeah. Then maybe I need to pull it down a little bit. I'm gonna let some of y'all jump on here. I bet y'all thought I disappeared on you. Yeah, right. Y'all know that I love y'all. I just had to get right and get tight. Reginald Park, good to see you. I hope your status is corrected and you are nationalized. If you're not, you are dead in the eyes of the law and probably can't administrate your estate. Dean Yusuf, good to see you. Tyler Herbert, good to see you. Crystal Douglas, oh, honor. It's an honor. All of you that just jumped on this line. If you're not nationalized or proclaiming or declaring a specific bloodline, then when the corporations of the world decide they're going to run up on your estate, this is what people be doing when they be calling me. They crying. They done had their babies taken away. They done had some corporation run them up off their land. They done got evicted. We got mothers getting evicted with children. Genocide. When they call me and they ask me what to do. They're in the courthouse calling me, saying to me, these things are happening to them where they're being forced to contract. What? Against their own will? Tell me the word for that. When someone forces you to contract. Please do that. I appreciate you for telling me that word. Kenneth Griffin, L. Bay. What does it mean when they force you to contract? You want your babies. You know they got your babies. When you say as the heir to your estate, I want my children and they don't adhere to you, how does that make you feel? Right. Well, we're going to get some remedy today. After conversing with Taj, I had to go back. Empress Light, she said to me, you need to know these processes in your heart. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be out here doing whatever you're doing under coercion or duress, yes, it's called rape. They force you to contract. Genocide, rape, conspiracy. It's all in the book. What is it? The Lieber Codes? Articles 45? It's in the book. I'm sorry it'd be taking me so long to get back to y'all, but if I don't study, I ain't got nothing to offer you. So sometime I got to disappear and get in the books so I can come back and make sure these processes are clear. Now, when I build with Taj, talk to him on the phone, this is what we want to do. I'm letting y'all know, y'all better share this up. If you want to know how to get remedy and stop these people from abusing you, then I'm going to tell you. One, you have to kill the straw. That means rescind all signatures in your straw man name. The straw should not exist on any document, anywhere. And if it does, it should be ex relation, I'm rescinding all contracts. Then, after you rescind all the contracts, I'm talking heirship now, all right? Y'all all want to be individual heirs. Oh, you don't have a responsibility to the eggs of the womb of your family if you want to be an individual heir. Oh, nationalize me by yourself when you got seeds and children and grandmama and grandpapa and the hundreds of spirits and ancestral energies that's been in your family for generations. How do you correct the status of your whole entire bloodline? How do you rescind? This is how you rescind. One affidavit to every single corporation, every place you ever thought you ever worked, all the schools, everything, or the hospital that you think you might have been born into, you rescind all the contracts. If there's a contract, this is what Taj was telling me. He said, look, the nationals, they signing contracts, they got to adhere to it. That's in your free national name. If you're going to be signing contracts, you better be signing in your free national name. Your straw name, the name on your birth certificate, it should not exist on any documentation except it's ex relation. When you rescind all contracts, you telling everybody, look, I don't know what you thinking that you doing. And how should you say this? Hypothecating authority over my estate. But this documentation right here, this birth certificate, that means I'm the administrator of this entire estate. And if I say my corporation rescind all contracts, that's what it do. You want to let somebody run up on you when you got blood family, or they claim they your family or your friends. They supposed to have your back. How is somebody, if you your sister, in the Holy Quran say in chapter 25, if your brother or your sister is in adversity, assist them. How is your sister getting her kids taken by the Europeans, or the contractors, or the DPS, or another one of her consorts, or whoever's kidnapping her children when she crying about having her babies with her? Same with the males. Whoever the competent parent is. Not talking about no parent that is delivering their children to the brainwashing camps and letting them be all unhealthy. Talking about real competent parents. You got to trust. Listen, when I'm talking to people about airship, they don't want to listen to me. You can't nationalize yourself and just be the only heir in your family. You got a responsibility to your bloodline. Come on, man. I'm on fire today. Your bloodline. Okay? That's every single egg that ever came out of any womb in your family to your bloodline. Oh, but you got a family in the Republic of Texas, right? And you the heir in the Republic of Tennessee, right? And the sheriff roll up on some of your family members' property in Texas, right? And you supposed to be the heir. Ain't you supposed to be stopping that? Your bloodline across the land getting deported off, how should I say this? Genocided, what's that word? What they be doing? Give me 1 second. Gentrification. Yeah. Gentrified off their own land and everything. And you sitting there eating popcorn, watching it happen. But you supposed to care for your family members. Oh, this is your blood. Light, I love you. And thank you for sending me admonishment and warnings about studying and knowing my craft before I be getting out here so I don't be injuring the nationals of the land. I sit back and I done talked to Taj, and he helped me develop and clear up these concepts. He say, you got to remove and kill that star man completely. It has to be gone. Stop signing things and contracting in your corporate name and trying to identify as a national. Oh, a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways? I think so. If a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways, a house divided against itself, it cannot stand, right? You want to be a free national and a corporate starman name. You want to contract in your corporate starman name, and you want to contract in your free national name. So you got a bank account in your free national name, and you got a bank account in your starman name. You're still chasing the golden egg. You're trying to get the Treasury Direct account, so you keep your starman open, and you keep attached to your corporate name, and you want to authenticate your birth certificate, but you don't want to how should I say this? Focus on your free national name. You focus on the free national. Everything goes in trust in the free national. Everything puts, you put liens using the free national name. You lien every corporation, including yourself, in your free national. Yeah. I'm traveling. I'm doing the best I can. I send my printer where I'm going, and then I take my computer with me, and whoever receives me, I chill in that specific location. I'm about to send these scanned commission letters to Sharon in the next few minutes so she can see these commission consuls in this republic, and they can see we got a consulate here. I'm trying to do the work. Listen, your corporate straw man is fraud. So if you want to hold on to the fraud and identify with the fraudsters and identify with the oppressors, you're going to keep on using that corporate starman name, enslaving yourself and your bloodline. You're the heir, so you should be making decisions for all the minors in your families, right? The ones that don't have the lawful capability or are unrecognized by law. The 14th Amendment, the one that hasn't corrected their status, you should be making decisions for them as the heir. Your paperwork should reflect, I'm the blood heir, I've declared it, and this is what's going on in my bloodline. The estate is being administered to this child, this particular parent, this particular person. You should have a living will and testament. If you don't, when you pass away, guess where your effects go? Let's hear the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, Articles 20 through 24. It said the effects should go to the consuls, but if you don't have a consul or you don't have a trust or somebody appointed to take care of your estate, then guess where it goes? To the corporation. Now, hundreds of years of wealth, because you failed to put it in trust, the wealth of your babies, the wealth of the children that come out of the womb of all the women in your family, the wealth of the labor of all of the patriarchs in your family, everyone who ever had accumulated anything, because you failed to put it in trust. Now the corporation comes in and says, hey, here's the probate court. We're going to hypothecate this estate. We're going to pretend that we're them, and we're going to say we're on it. Then we're going to build some corporations on it. What? Oh, in the documentation, there's no proof that you're the heir because you didn't put the trust on the record. Come on with it. Let's go do that. I appreciate you. Let's see here. We're training in Central Consulate every Wednesday. Sharon's been doing a dynamic job. The matriarchs have remained faithful, and that's why I had to get myself up and get back out here. I don't know what I was on, but whatever it was, they faithfulness and they persistence in doing the work is the thing that got my energies back up to get out here and keep on teaching. Yeah. So thank you, matriarchs, for your light working and your persistence in what you do and training me up and keeping this son on the right track. Let's see what else. Y'all going to contact Shikazi and fill out the survey in Central Consulate. That survey is going to have the information that you need so we can send you any documentation you may have. In the file section of Central Consulate, you can get PDF documents of everything. Any affidavit or writ that you want. One of our consuls, Akil, he be tailoring these writs and affidavits. He's a genius. There's geniuses all over Al Morocco. Everybody's like, oh, I got to get a job from the corporation. I got to get some fiat. I got to make some money. I got to do this. No, what you need to do is band together with your family. And if you're hungry, call them up and ask them for some food. If you're hungry, instead of going to slave as an economic debt slave for FRN notes, which are not money. And yes, y'all know in my private practice, okay, I'm asking for resource so I can get the work done. But you think if you tell me you're going to give me 100 pounds of some seeds or some quinoa or some land, I ain't going to seize that up? We got a whole bunch of people that call me. They're getting evicted. They ain't got no place to go. They ain't got nothing to do. They want to work for the empire. People got land. Where y'all at? Where y'all land at? Can I send some people to where y'all land at so we could plant some food and build? Oh, we got more people. 700 people in Amunra group. We got 800 people in the consulate group. What is it we all doing? Are we just disheveled or disorganized? Is there a way we could get all the people that don't have homes or nothing to do or no type of work in one place and do some work? Like build some homes or grow some food in a specific location or even build some consulates is what we're trying to do. Whatever. Relocate. After you take care of your cases. Oh, another thing. Okay. My lady Empress May Lee. She called me up. She in court right now. In California, I believe. Listen. Don't be walking up in the courtroom alone. This is not what you should be doing. You should have a consul. You should have someone who's like Mufti, some family members, some friends. If you go into these tribunals and they got the sheriff with the guns, the judges, all of their family members in all of those offices, when they ready to mob on you, you ain't got nobody, you done. It's over for your life. Bring some people. Yes. She's in the courtroom. She's saying to me, she's fired all of them and told them she's not going to contract. Well, as Moors, we're supposed to be judges, jurors, officiates, mediators. Under the interfaith court, our bloodline, the corporation doesn't have rights. They can't infringe upon religious freedoms, and they rarely do in the courtroom. This is what some grand sheiks is telling me right now. I'm mad. The reason why I'm on here right now, 5 body politics, including my own. That's my nephew, Monte G. Sander. Okay, if y'all ever watch some videos from him, he be stomping around the field and destroying everybody. And he's only 17. He's like 6'6", 225, be banging. Y'all need to send him support, okay? So he could get down in life. Because right now, our entire family is jacked up and don't know how to support each other and come together. So this is why I be doing this, to unify. Yeah, you got locks and you know what you're doing. You're going to have to call me and show me what's up. So, in the courthouse, interfaith community, I'm mad. Five-body politics, federal republic government, which I know that's the scope of the whole empire. Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs on my paperwork for my contract. Consulate. Thousands of nationals. Hundreds of nationals, Moors. Hundreds of grand sheiks. I can't get no remedy. Not for my personal life. I could send these writs and these affidavits all day. For the Moors that call me, almost 24/7, I can't get no remedy for them. In their republics, when they got homes. When my lady Danya Bay called and say, oh, the constables just rolled up on my land and took my vehicles and then ran me off the land. What? Oh, because instead of Moors getting together before it happens, they wait until something bad happens to the family and then want to hurry up and, try to band together and do something. No. Go into the courthouse. Here's our credentials as commissioned consuls, 1961 Vienna Convention, status correction documents. We'll wait. Here you go. We'll wait for you to read it. We need acknowledgement. And another thing, these Roman Catholic Kyria people, they're occupiers, right? So the land that they're in, the buildings that they're in, they're called hereditaments. They're occupying your hereditaments in your land. And they're trying to liquidate your assets. We should be in these archdioceses, these Roman Catholic churches. If y'all afraid to go there and kick your feet up. Hey, Mr. Archdiocese and the Republic, are you familiar with the civil order that was passed about 5 years ago? You familiar with this? It say that the nationals or the American state citizens should be given back their land, right? Oh, and this was issued by the Vicar of Christ, wasn't it? Oh, the Vicar. Ain't that your boss? So aren't you supposed to be helping us get this done on the land? Go to the archdiocese. Make him uncomfortable. There should be no occupier in this land that's comfortable when you're around as the heir. They should be uncomfortable with your presence, with your writs, with your mind, with your history, with your tradition. You should walk up in there shaking dreads. You should walk up in there dressed from your traditional garb. You should have some pinballs on your feet. Them things should be ringing, some bells, I don't know. You should look crazy everywhere you go. Bring the tradition back into El Morocco. Our forefathers used to dance. We used to have fun. We used to sit on the land. Our children used to be cool. We wasn't sitting with none of this GMOs and none of these poor frequencies that they be putting in the air. We knew how to take care of ourselves. We knew what food was on the land. So when we walked outside, we could pick something off the tree and eat and feel good. Come on now. You take the land by force. It puts people in a position. Look, it's blood. You want to shed the blood of your children and encourage others to do the same? When the way to do it is take the land by just occupying it. That's all you do. You don't have to take it by force if you occupy. If somebody walks outside and you having a good time with your children, feeding, growing, agriculture, everything like that, they gonna want to eat. Come on, man. They ain't gonna want to go to war. They gonna try to get some of that good food that you cooking. Come on with it. And have some of that good and high frequency fun that you having. This is what the nations need to see. Instead of us all sloppy on the streets. Look. Five-body politics. I'm affiliated with, including my own private trust, Amunra. Everybody knows what I do on the land because I'm transparent. If y'all want to know, ask other people. This is how much he's asking. This is what he does in the Amunra group. It's a whole bunch of businesses Go on there. If you have a business or you have product and you're reputable and people can vouch for you, go post your stuff on there and treat with one another. Stop going to Walmart. There's a whole bunch of nationals that sell stuff that Walmart sells. Treat with them. Leave the corporation out of it. Kill the corpse. It's already dead. You know how you keep it living? You keep it living by giving it energy, by feeding it. Feeding it fiat, feeding it your time, feeding it your mind, feeding it everything. The whole entire system. You keep it alive by feeding it your energy. Yeah. The music, you listen to it, you're feeding it your energy. You put your mind on it, you put your thoughts on it, you're feeding it your energy. You go to the concert, you're feeding it your energy. You drink a bottle, you're feeding the bottle your energy. You're feeding everything your energy. What you need to feed your energy is your own history, your own culture, and your own selves in regards to the relationships that you spend with one another. Woo! That's how you're going to feed one another. But you deprive yourself of one another's energy, and you go give your energy that you have to other things instead of one another. So not only are you depleting yourself of the energy of the beings that should be in your life pouring into you, you're also not pouring into them, because the energy that you should have, you're giving to your addictions, your other people, the monies, the work, the corporation, relationships, time, whatever it is. That's what you're doing. Feeding everything else energy. But the people around you that's destined to be in your life. They're destined to be in your life because they have a specific purpose. If you pour into them, you will find a specific purpose that they have for being in your life. But you'll ignore them. Somebody else will be on the phone with you while they're sitting right there waiting for you to walk with them in their destiny. Woo, y'all better start building. Come on with it. Law. In these courtrooms, I'm advising by way of the building that I be doing with Taj. Excommunicate the straw man out of everything. When you're dealing with everybody, get you an ID, which the Moorish American Consulate, we're getting ready to vote next month or so. The IDs may be issued. Don't quote me on that. I have to be careful when I'm articulating the activities of our consulate to make sure that the nationals are protected. Let's see here. Anybody that want to do the work, got this conference call open, okay? For hours. Y'all can come on, tell us what you're trying to do. We'll post the businesses and your websites on the line. We'll market whatever you have to offer to the nationals. We ready to get the work done. If y'all trying to send for me in a particular republic and help me do the work of build these consulates, I come to where you at. I bring the printer. I will bring all your documentation and your credentialing. I set you up with the necessary people you need to get the training you need. And there you go. There's your consulate or your consulate courts branches all over your republics. Then you take your 5 individuals or your whatever your family is. You go into those courtrooms and you take control. It's not difficult. It's not. We be up in our emotions. Oh, I'm going through this. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, that's how we be. We be going through it instead of making decisions to resolve the issue. We be so involved in what we're going through. Oh, dang. Oh, that hurt. Oh, come on, man. You got life to live. You better get to it. Look, don't be sitting up there involved in what you going through. I say, don't talk about the issue. Talk through the issue, not about the issue. Look, you will be sitting for hours. Then, days later, you're going to be remembering what was making you mad, and it's making you mad days later. Huh? That thing gone. How is it still sitting with you days later? Oh, nah. Affecting you emotionally and all type of stuff. Y'all better get to high vibration, vibrational living. That's King God Ra. If y'all go on his website, he gonna show you how to live at the high frequency. I'm telling you. Got the food on deck. We got nationals right now that I know. Experts at vegetarian living. Experts at frequency. Experts at laws and affidavits. Experts at lawsuits. We can't get these people together for the life of us. Even if you got together for like 30 days. Come Come on, man. And like banged in the Republic for specific cases or something. And then go back to where you living. Come on now. Oh, see? Musai in New York right now just texts me right now on the line. Sheriff's kicking me out. Whoever's in New York that know Musai and being involved with his case, get to New York, to the Sheriff Enforcement Bureau right now. I'm telling y'all, this is what I'm doing every day. Except when I'm going through some mess and I have to relocate every day. Nationals call. I'm trying to band y'all together so y'all can help everybody. I'm getting off this line because every time something happens, Moose call me and I need to be there for him. I'm going to be back with y'all when I figure out what's going on with him. Love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon.